All right. What is today? Today is cold again, but it got down to like upper 20s last night, or early this morning. But it hit freezing at about 11 o'clock p.m. the night before. So today is Saturday, the 10th, I believe, of Deck. And as you may have guessed, guess who? Yeah, it's Woody again. Okay, now we haven't done anything for about a week. Today is the first day we've been out here to take a look at this thing again, and we're having pretty much the same issues that we had in the prior videos. I went through and I have since triple checked my voltages again on all the bases of the tubes. I've even substituted some of the tubes because I got my additional stash of tubes in from my order request of a week before, and didn't make any difference. And I just made some tests on the sockets that I believe might be an issue, which obviously are all the Lochtel sockets. And I didn't get any feedback on that, so it's not a socket issue, at least during that testing. Now, this is the radio chassis that I pulled I think it's the second IF off the chassis, and it had that short in that let me get a pointer, my new pointer. That green lead right there goes into that spring right there, and I replaced all the wires in it, and that one spring right there I had to recreate with some of my enameled wire. But I didn't do the first IF right there. I don't know how good that one shows up. Let me get the other one. Okay, now so what I'm going to do is, if you notice that I replaced some of the, well, pretty much all, most all of the mica caps. That one, that one, that one, and that one, and there's one other one right underneath there. That one right there. Still no difference. This resistor right here was replaced on the Clipper radio because it was broken on the end, if you remember. This one here is still in good, well, it's in good shape. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to double check some of these resistors. Now, the thing I'm having with this thing is I don't have it all connected in right now. I don't have the I don't have the wave magnet hooked into it, and the mast is not engaged. It is still wired in, but it is not engaged, and it's collapsed. Now, let me shut off my halogen, see if we get any different stuff out of it. see that? That's our ESPN affiliate out of Sedona. And it was coming in a lot better earlier. Now, I may have done something to change the characteristics of the thing. I'm not sure. But it does tend to wanna drift. Well, maybe you'd have to adjust the volume on the thing, so the volume kind of just fades a little bit. Doesn't go completely out. It just fades a little bit. Now, I'm going to go through and check all these resistors again, just to double check to make sure that none of them has screwed me since the last time that I checked them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the first IF, the IF that I didn't rework. I'm going to pull it, change the wires in it, because the blue wire from the IF on the first IF goes over here to the LA6 tube. Now, if you remember, LA6 tube was one that I figured it was having a problem in either this radio or the other radio. So, and it goes to an LN5 over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that IF, I'm going to rewire it. I'm going to double check inside to make sure everything is copacetic on it, and I'm going to reinstall it and double check the radio, triple check, quadruple check, quintuple check, sextuples check, whatever it takes, and see if I got anything different. And if I don't, well, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the rack, back in its case, and send it to a rack. No, I'm going to put it back in its case and make some little tweaks and adjustments to it, get it all hooked back in, get everything connected, and test it in the case, because these things do work better in the case for some reason, and they sound better in the case. And if it works halfway decent, I'm gonna cap it at that point. I'm gonna say that's good, and it's gonna go back to the owner. Working great or working mediocrely. Anyway, I'm not going to charge him for that. This one's going to be on me. So, and then he'll be able to dump it off on whoever wants to take the time to trace it all out. I didn't want to have to go through and replace every other little component that I haven't touched on yet in it to get it to work. And that's going to be it for this one. And then I'm going to be able to move on to something else, and so I can get back in the swing of things. All right, this one here is just about taking the fight out of me. So that's where it's going to be. We'll have one more segment of this as soon as I get that done, and we'll be back. So hang in there, folks. We're going to be moving on to some bigger and better things here in the future. Thanks for watching.